Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Lolly, and I am your host for this evening. I'm super excited. I'm glad you guys are all here, and I'm just going to introduce myself and tell you a bit about my story, and then we're going to move on to hearing some other stories from other coaches and talking about what it is we do as coaches and how we do it, how we fit it in, you know, the things that we kind of had like hesitations about or we were skeptical about. And we'll be sharing all of those points. And then of course, how we make the money, honey, because that's probably the reason why most people come to find out is how do coaches make money? So I've been coaching for over 4 years. I signed up in August of 2016. I can't believe it. Like I was thinking when I posted that earlier today in the group, I was like, wow, over 4 years I've been doing this. That's really crazy. I was really depressed. I was in a super dark place. My husband and I and our two littles, you can probably hear them playing with the dog in the background. We moved from the city to the country. And I mean, we didn't just move to the country. We moved to like an isolated farm in like outside of the country. Like we're out there, right? Like our internet, you guys aren't even hearing what I'm saying until 5 seconds after I say it. That's how isolated and boony land we're in. So anyway, so we wanted to, right? Like it was a thing that we wanted to do. We wanted to raise our kids off the land, to learn to appreciate Mother Earth and all of those things. But it just was really hard on me. And my mother, soon after she moved in with us, because she retired from a 40-year nursing career, was diagnosed with cancer. And so that was really hard. And so I just ended up in a really dark place, and I was super depressed. And so that year, 2016, the beginning of the year, I was like, you know what? I think I should plan our wedding, honey. I think that's what's going to make me happy, is if I plan our wedding. And my husband was like, yeah, okay, let's do that. Like he never even ever proposed to me, which is hilarious. But anyways, we had 2 kids, we owned a house, we owned a farm. So it was like, we're getting married. Like that's just the next. So anyways, I started planning the wedding and I ordered the dress in April. I purposely did the thing that we should never do and order the dress in a too small of a size. And I was like, by the time this is going to be my motivator, by the time my wedding rolls around, or by the time I get the dress, I'm going to have lost all this weight and it's fine. And the lady at the dress shop was like, are you sure? Like, you sure you just want to get the right size? And I said, no, I can do this. Like, I've done it many times before. I can do this. So she was like, okay. Like, she was totally skeptical. Well, she was freaking right. And when I went to pick up my dress, at the bridal shop in July, I didn't want to try it on because I knew that I wasn't going to fit it. So I was like, no, I'll just take it. And they were like, no, yeah, you got to come try it on. It's your dress, like try it on. And I was like humiliated to stand on that pedestal with my wedding dress that was too fucking small. Like they had to like pinch it together with these. Anyways, it was devastating, and it was lace all up the back, and you couldn't do anything about the lace. Like you had to fit it. That was the only way there was nothing you could do about that. And so they wouldn't do up the back. And anyway, so, you know, I realized at that time that it was really like go time. Like I needed to do something. And so it took me a month though, but I was watching Katie's my coach. I was watching her on Facebook, and I, would scroll really fast by her because I was like, ew, what'd she do? Ugh. And so I'd scroll really fast, but then, it started to be like, I'd slow down my scroll and kind of like, what is she doing? And then one time in August, she just, posted a free group, and I'm all about free, guys. Like I'm the cheapest person you will ever find. And I was like, free is good. I like free. So I messaged her and I joined her 5-day boot camp for free. And then by the end of that 5 days, I just couldn't believe. I was a huge skeptic about working out at home, but I couldn't believe how I committed to those 5 days and I did it. And I was like, okay, I can do this. And then Katie talked to me about signing up with a challenge pack. And I'll talk about what that is later. And then she kind of suggested coaching, but I was like, yeah, no, I just need to lose 10 pounds. I don't want to coach, but give me the discount, because like, hello, cheap over here, give me the discount. So I did. I signed up, and by the time my wedding rolled around, you guys, I had to take my wedding dress and get it taken in. Like, I had shrunk too much for my dress. Like, I couldn't, my boobs didn't fit in it anymore. So I lost 22 pounds by my wedding on October 15th, 2016. And so back up to about my first 3-week program, that's when I decided, I was like, I lost 9 pounds in 3 weeks in the first 21-day fix that I did. And I was like, I have got to share this, because again, there's an opportunity to make money, to help people. I'm cheap. I want to get my products for free. Like, if I want to keep doing this, I want to get my products for free. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to start coaching. So I did. And the rest is history. So that's how I got here. And in total, I lost 35 pounds, but it was what was up here that I lost the most of, was the garbage that I fed myself on a daily basis. That completely changed my life by continuously working on this, right? What happens when we join this group and this community is this changes. And the rest of the stuff, the body stuff, that's all a bonus. Like, the 35 pounds I lost was a bonus, right? Anyway, I didn't tell you what I do. I'm a full-time social worker. I have 3 kids. One's 23 and the other 2 are 8 and 6, all boys. Creator didn't bless me with a girl. I don't know why, but I have a girl puppy now. So I made up for it. When I'm 41 years old, I went and got a girl puppy. And so all boys, a husband, and we live in a farm. I told you that. And then one of the things that happened to me as I did more and more work up here, I realized my mother, she passed away from the cancer in December of 2017. And I realized in her passing that I had a really unhealthy relationship with alcohol, and I decided to let it go. And I wouldn't have got to that place in my life without starting to do this, you guys. Like, I've been sober almost 3 years because of coaching. I totally credit this community, the work that we do, the things that we do to help each other, and all of the work we do in our minds, body, and spirit is how I got sober. And it's like amazing. My life is completely different from what it was when I started. And so I also became a yoga teacher. I'm in a nutrition school for holistic nutrition, because I really believe in food as medicine now. And I mean, the list goes on about what happened to me when I signed up as a coach. So enough about me. I think I didn't even see how long I was talking. I should probably just, set timers and such like that, because I'm not very good at I'm like the hugest procrastinator, and I'm like, was late for my an hour late for my wedding. Like, that's how late I am all the time. So I'm going to move on to some other people to share. I want you to hear from other people, because obviously there's amazing stories other than mine. And so I'm just going to pass it over to Mercedes to talk a little bit about what we do as coaches before we share some more stories. Thanks.
Hey everyone, thanks for sharing, Lolly. So my name's Mercedes, and I'm going to share a little bit about what we do as coaches. And by the way, I am always late for everything, and I was like at least an hour late for my wedding too, because my false eyelash wouldn't glue on, wouldn't stay on. Anyways, it's a little tidbit about me. Rihanna remembers. So what do we do as coaches? Like, you guys are probably wondering, I get this question all the time, like, what is it that you actually do? I see you like at home. So first of all, my name is Mercedes. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 2. I've got an almost 8-year-old and a 4.5-year-old. My gosh. And I started coaching just about over 2 years ago. So that's a little bit about me, but I'll share some more after. So yeah, what do we do as coaches? I mean, people, like I said, always ask me, like, what are you doing? Like, you're at home, like you're working, like you're still running around with your kids, like you're doing all these things. Like, I don't get what you do. You work out every day. So yeah, we work on ourselves. We inspire other people, we guide each other, we guide people that join us, and we motivate. Like, we're literally professional cheerleaders. Like, that's what I like to think of us as. And you're not like, we're not experts, right? Like, we don't have to be an expert. We're not necessarily personal trainers or nutritionists or even fit from day one. Like, it there are personal trainers on our team, there are nutritionists, but you don't have to be all those things in order to become a coach. So what we actually do is we first and foremost, we commit to our own journey. And I'm reading some notes because I can't remember any of this because I have mom brain. So we commit to our own journeys. We pick a fitness program and we just do it. And we share the journey along the way. Like, we share daily, we show up that we're doing things for ourselves, and in turn it inspires other people. Like, for me, it's other moms who are always saying to me, like, I don't know how you do what you do. And like Lolly, I used to scroll on by all of those like motivational posts that she would make, or her working out, and I wasn't ready to see those things in my life yet until I was. So that is like, we are the walking success story, and you always just have to think of yourself as a work in progress, and you share kind of as you go through your journey. And I think my door is open, my kids are all yelling down there, but but what happens when you grow and you become this different person is you become contagious, and people want to know what you're doing, and you get results, you share them, and people start asking, like, hey, how are you like bringing that back into your life, or how are you doing those things? And from that, we invite them to learn a little bit more about what it is that we do. I don't think of us as salespeople. We think of ourselves as share people, and we share a little bit more, each and every day about our journeys and how we've got there. So then we support our people by bringing them into like a group, and just encouraging them along the way, and you just sort of again help people get results and become that professional cheerleader, which is actually a lot of fun. And then we get to recognize people for all of their goals, right? Like, all of the ups and downs. We're in it together. We're sharing our achievements. We're shouting each other out. We're just really creating that community of women who you may never have had, or maybe you have had, and maybe it's been a different type of community. There's always amongst women, there's men too, but it's majority are women. But where there's always been myself anyways, drama and like all the things growing up, right? And this community is like one of support and encouragement, and just unlike anything else that I've ever been a part of. So we recognize, right? And we just keep cheering each other on. And then also, as a coach, one of the vital behaviors is like personal development. And honestly, when I first started coaching, I was like resentful. I had two young kids. My husband got to drive to work in the morning by himself, and I was stuck with these kids, and I was like angry about that, right? And it becomes like you work on figuring out your own shit, and then you can help other people figure out their shit. Because like, if you're resentful because your husband has to go to work to provide for your family, like, there's some shit going on there. So coaching really helped me to kind of figure out all of that stuff. And every day we work and we grow and we share the things that we're learning through personal development. So you become like, again, this just sort of light in people's lives. I've had so many people say to me, like, your energy and your positivity, and like, that was not me 3 years ago, when I first decided to just start some fitness. Like, seriously, that's how it got started, and it's become so much more for me. So and on the flip side, we invite people to this business, people that we want to work with, people that we feel would be a great person to share daily with. Like, Lolly's my coach, and she invited me so many times. I'm not kidding, like, so many times. And we were just, we were mom friends. Our kids are the same age, and that's how we met. And the whole time I was like, no. But now it's like we talk to each other every day, and we've become like these amazing friends. We don't live in the same city. We don't, we're from different backgrounds, we've got different things going on in our lives, but we're there to support each other. So, but it's all based on business too, right? Like we have our own individual businesses, but we work so much to grow these businesses together. And what we actually don't realize is that we all have like $1 million business opportunity at our fingertips, like on our phones. Honestly, it's just a matter of having the commitment and the perseverance to just commit to it and do it daily. So you don't have to be fit from day one, like I said. You just have to be willing to show up and start, and getting your own journey and sharing about it. Like you would go to a restaurant, like I went out for pizza last week with my girlfriend. And I was like, let's go to El Posto. It's so good. She's like, yes, it's so good. I've never had it. Like you tell your people when you love something. And so that's basically what we do. So you have to think like as a coach, you're here to support, you're here to share, and you're here to just motivate and inspire. So that's it. That's a lot, I know. But that is like, every single day we're here to yeah, we just kind of show up and do all these things, and it really does grow a business that's worth so much more than just showing up for 30 minutes of fitness a day. So now we're going to pass it on and share a couple more stories, and it's Denise that's going to share her story first, so you can hear a couple different aspects of coach life.
Hi, I'm Denise. I might be a little distracted. I can hear my baby crying upstairs. So anyways, so I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3, one of which is a baby. I'm currently hiding in my daughter's room in the basement because she's not here and I wanted privacy. I've been coaching for about 2 years, maybe just over. When I started coaching, I was off on sick leave, but I was a shift worker for many, many years, which means I never saw my kids. Now I'm a full-time coach and a full-time mom. And at the beginning, I coached just strictly because I wanted at-home workouts. I wasn't going to the gym anymore, and I wanted like accountability, and I wanted a little bit of extra money. In hindsight, like looking back, like now that I am where I am now, I realize that I didn't really start coaching just for accountability. I started coaching because I was in a really dark place like Lolly was in my life. And I needed something that was light. Like both of them have said, like coaches are that bright light, and that like I was like a bug attracted to this bright light of coaching community. And I took the time to start healing like from addiction and trauma and so much more. I could go on, but I don't have the time. When you're coaching, first and foremost, as I already said, like you take care of you. I never did that before. So as a coach, like my coach story is basically learning to love myself enough to put myself first. And now I get to be at home with my kids. I get to do all of these things that I want to do because I control my life again. I control my thoughts, my body, my actions. I never used to control my actions. I was just like off on the little tangent there. I have notes. And I've lost my place. I'm sorry. Oh, so coaching, like I used to be I didn't work for like a really, really long time when I was younger. I was a kind of a rebellious person, aka I was a hardcore criminal off in this like little world of make believe. And I absolutely hated working. Like I dreaded getting up to do anything. And now I'll set my alarm for like 4:30 just so I can get up and go work. Like coaching is the excitement in my life. And it might seem silly to some people, but to me, it's just like, I'd rather be excited to get up and do something like this than to go out and like get shit faced at a bar and then have to sleep in the next day. So coaching to me is like, it's freedom. It's freedom to be who I want to be. It's freedom to be who I was supposed to be. And it's freedom to be with my kids every single day. I think that was all I was going to say. Oh, coaching is giving me the chance at a life that I had never thought I deserved. And I think every woman and man out there deserves to have the life that they want, not just the one that they think they're made for. Like, never settle. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pass it over to Rihanna.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Rihanna, also a stay-at-home mom. I also work part-time as a barista, and now I'm coaching since June. Yeah, and coaching has been a total change for me, for sure. I'm kind of a serial procrastinator and kind of have just floated through life. Yeah, similar to Denise, doing what I want when I want. But then I had a baby boy 17 months ago, and yeah, things changed. And I definitely want to be a stay-at-home mom and be with him every day and not miss any milestones. And I'm loving that. But I also don't want to just not have anything else for myself. And so back in, it was, I guess in May when I started working out again, and I did bar blend, which is 8 weeks, and was blown away by my results, my transformation. I felt so much energy. I toned right up, and it was just like an incredible feeling. So it was that combined with my coach Mercedes posts. Like, she is on point with her posts every day. So like, I've got things to aspire to for sure. So it was just a post that she put up, and I actually tried to find it today, but it's like I said, she posts every day, so I didn't have time to find it. So it was like, it felt like she was in my head though, and basically speaking to every little thing that was telling me not to do it, not to go for it. And I literally got up off of the swinging chair on the deck and walked inside and walked upstairs and bought the business starter pack. And it was the craziest feeling. It was like I wanted to puke, and then all of a sudden it was like total elation and excitement. And yeah, I just went for it. And then I got into the 7-day kickstart, and yeah, they just give you the tools to get started. It's like you just do it. And after every step, it was just this incredible feeling of, whoa, this is so fun. And then the response from people too was really amazing, and just super supportive. And yeah, I just kind of ran with it. It's just, yeah, the 4 vital behaviors are just everything is just so, sorry, I'm a bit rambly. But yeah, everything is just structured so that if you follow it, it just works. And that's kind of what I've always lacked in my life. So really excited to have gotten started with coaching, and thanks Kat. And yeah, I don't have any regrets. There's just too many good things about coaching that I can't quit. There's no way I can quit. I would be letting down my team that I've built, all of these amazing people that are coming into my life, like this amazing team. It just makes zero sense to quit. And that's the coolest thing. It's just like this team is always here for me. Oh, sweet little baby. Distractions. Yeah, so coaching has just been awesome. The personal development, everything about it is wonderful. And it's hard to balance it and to get everything in, trying to figure out this mom life thing, but it's totally worth it 100%. And I definitely talk to a lot of people about it now, for sure. So that's, I hope that wasn't not too crazy. I'm not sure who's next, sorry.
Thanks, Rihanna. Katie's next.
She's on it, thanks.
Hey girls. Oh my gosh, Rihanna, it's crazy to think you just started in June, and this isn't the first sneak peek she's done. Like, I love it. All right, hello. I actually just went in the group like 15 minutes ago, posted a transformation to introduce myself, and I had this like crazy feel good moment, because as I posted a transformation picture, and as I'm typing out introducing myself, the whole time I'm talking about the internal transformation, which has nothing to do with the physical transformation. So it's just like Lolly said, it's crazy the growth that happens because of coaching. And the physical stuff is just like a bonus. It was just such a good feeling. So I am Katie. I am a full-time grade 3 teacher. I married my high school sweetheart. We have 3 little ones together. I just returned back to work in September off of mat leave because my 3rd little one is 17 months today, actually. So I've been coaching for 5 years. So when I had my first son, I went back to work in September and I put myself in the back burner, like we all probably have at some point. And I quickly gained like 12 pounds in the first 2 months of being back to work. And then Christmas hit and I just was like scrambling and not filling my own cup at all. And to be honest, back then the term filling your cup was really hokey to me. It wasn't my thing. And I saw my coach, Allie, she just signed up to become a Beachbody coach, and she posted she was doing a free nutrition group. And I was actually getting rid of my social media because I hated social media. I never used it. I was a super private person. I was a teacher in a small community. I just didn't see the point in posting sweaty selfies or food pictures. So I was getting rid of my social media for Lent. And I saw that she posted this free group and there were tons of people in it. So I was like, so I messaged her and I was like, can we do it without social media? And she was like, well, we can try. And I was like, you know what? I'll just keep my Facebook for the purpose of this group. Joined the group. It was free. She gave me a meal plan and I was instantly hooked, like instantly. And I was somebody that my husband and I, like my husband's very healthy. He works out all the time. I, played sports my whole life. I always went to the gym. But I never saw results, like ever. Like I never, ever saw results. I was like, I had a terrible, I still have a terrible sweet tooth, but my nutrition was terrible, but I'd always work out, but I couldn't get my eating under control. So I never, felt really, really good. And I just never saw the results that I wanted. So when I joined this group, I was so captivated by the community. Like I can't even put into words how excited I was about this community and the support. And it was something that was for me and it was something I was good at because she handed me a meal plan. So I just followed it. So I literally was like, I'm sold. Like, I love this. So my coach, Allie, she messaged me. She's like, listen, I'm doing like an actual challenge group where you would get a program and back then you had to get like just the DVDs. So I was like, I'm going to do it. Like I just went and I did it. And I did the 3-week challenge group with her. I got great results. I learned so much about my nutrition in just those 3 weeks. And then she messaged me and was like, you are doing everything that I'm doing as a coach. Like you are a rock star challenger. You're sharing in the group. You're showing up every day. You're getting great results. Like, why don't you coach? And at first I was like, what? No, like, no. But I wanted more product because I did love the supplements because I've always been a big supplement person. So I was like, I'll sign up just to get the discount because I do want to continue on with the supplements because I loved them. They were the cleanest ones that I have ever taken. So I did that. And literally like days later, she's like, why are you not coaching? And I was like, you know what? Like this little voice in my head was like, okay, let's do it. So I signed up. So I started actively coaching. So weird, not something that I would typically ever do. Totally out of my comfort zone, but I just did it. And I don't even know what it was. Clearly it was just the universe saying like, go. So I signed up. That was 5 years ago. I have coached during my 2nd pregnancy, during my 3rd pregnancy. I've coached while working full time, while on mat leave. And, it just really, I've had moments like this. I've had highs in coaching. I've had lows. But when I really stop and think about what coaching does for me, I would be lost in my normal life without it. So it has just brought so much to my life, and I carry it through even like into the classroom with my kids, how I deal with my kids at school, how I deal with my kids here. Like it's just transformed my life in so many ways. It actually blows my mind because I didn't think that working out every day and eating well and joining this challenge group would really do that. And I've traveled to San Diego, I've traveled to Mexico, I've traveled to New Orleans. Like I've I've been able to travel, which wasn't something that was really in my cards before. And it's just, yeah, like it's just allowed me to level up in so many areas. So that is kind of my story in a nutshell. You know, and then the income as well. Like my husband and I are planning on building a house next year. I mean, the cost of lumber's gone like through the roof, so I don't know. But you know, like building a home, the one that we have the plans for, is not something that we would be able to do if it wasn't for coaching. So like not only has it just added so much value to my life, to who I am as a person, and you know, and how I am as a mom and a teacher, but it's also added a nice financial bonus where we are just a little more financially free than we would be if I didn't coach and just lived off, you know, my teaching salary and my husband's salary. So that is my story.
Thanks, Katie. So thanks for sharing your guys' stories. You guys are amazing. I love all of you and I love hearing your stories. We're just going to quickly run through a couple of coaches to explain like why you decided to coach. So Denise, if you could unmute and just say a minute of like why you just decided to coach.
So I kind of already did that, but that was my bad. I decided to coach because I was watching my coach for 3 years. 3 years I watched her like a creep, hardcore creep. And I wanted what she had. Like I wanted to be at home. I missed out on seeing my daughter's first. I knew I wanted to have another baby. I didn't want to miss out on that baby's first. Here's the baby. I'm not going to miss any firsts. I wanted that lifestyle.
Confidence.
Say hi. No? Okay. Moving on. I just saw her having fun with her kids, having fun with friends, making money, and being truly happy. Who in their right mind wouldn't want that? It's not a gimmick. It's nothing.
Exactly.
All you're doing is taking care of yourself and helping other people do the same. You don't have to have product. You don't have to do anything. Like it is ultimately the dream job. And that's all I'm going to say on that, so I don't ramble. I think Rihanna's next.
Thanks,
Again.
Denise.
You're on.
Mercedes.
I think it's me. Am I muted? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Pressed the wrong button. So why did I decide to coach? Oh my gosh. Okay, so when I first signed up, I signed up for the discount. I 100%, like Lolly was like, you're going to sign up for this pack. And I totally signed up for the discount. And I was planning to open an interior design firm. I was just about to invest like $60,000 into that. And I was starting this fitness thing, and then something happened in my life that just totally changed everything for me. And so that went to the wayside, and I thought, why not try this coaching thing instead of just doing it for the discount? Why not, like, decide to actually build a business and build something where I can stay home with my kids, and where I can actually have something that is just for me. Like Rihanna said, she touched on it before, that we do so many things as moms, as women, for other people. And this is something that I could do for myself, but also fulfill, a family, like contribute to my family financially. And so the shift actually happened for me as well when I joined and really committed to one of our programs. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I need this community. I need to be sharing this community with other people. And so those are a couple of the touch points of why I decided to coach.
Thanks, Mercedes. Brenda, why did you decide to coach?
There we go. I found the unmute button. Okay. I was a discount coach for like 3 years. And then last summer, I just went all in. We were away for the summer, and I just went all in and found out how important the accountability was. And then with work, everything got really stressful at my job, and I took a personal leave a year ago. And ever since then, I was like, I gotta I got to do this. This is going to be good. And the accountability is what, like just showing up for the group every day and posting my sweaty selfies in the accountability group. And I was like, yeah, let's try and make some money at this as well. So yeah, that's my story.
Awesome. Thank you, Brenda. Brenda is like such a new coach. She's been in my challenge group for like ever, and she's finally joining us, and that excites me to like the core to do this coaching life. So Katie, I'm gonna get Katie to talk about money, which is the big thing that everybody's probably wondering about, and then we'll wrap it up.
All right, so let's talk money, because we've spoke so much tonight about the community, about, the personal transformation, the physical transformation, and all of the things that coaching has brought to our lives. But it's so and that is amazing. But I also want to stress that this is also a freaking gold mine in terms of income. Like, there is mega potential here for this to be a business, which you can take to wherever you want, right? So if you want to be a 6-figure, 7-figure earner, that is possible. If you want to be a hobby coach, that is possible too. If you want an extra $1,000 a month, like whatever you want, we have the training to match your goals and your work ethic. So when we look at the top 10 coach in the network, it's amazing because we look at all the different coaches and they're all different. They all have different goals. They all have different stories. There's no cookie cutter coach. That's not how it works. Corporate doesn't say these are the things you have to do. It's you have to be authentically you, share you, and work hard. It's simple work. It's super simple, but it's hard work too. So your level of income is based on your work ethic. And the lovely thing about our team is we have incredible training that is specific to like new coaches or more seasoned coaches in different points. So that's kind of just a little like disclaimer, I guess, about the income part, but how you earn an income. So when you start, you, like the girl said, you work on yourself and you share about that. That is contagious. People see that, they want to do that. So you start with your, friends and family. That's exactly how I started. My sisters were like, what are you doing? We want to do it too. So they joined me. So I signed them up. So you earn 25% off all of your sales. Super simple, super straightforward. And then after you are, doing this for a while and you're helping people and they're loving it too, you say, do you want to coach? And they're like, you know what? Yes, I do, because it only makes sense. So then eventually you start to build a team. And from the team, you earn what we call team volume bonus. So you earn a portion from your team building as well. And then it kind of goes from there. So people will still say, oh, it's a pyramid scheme. Nope, it's a multi-level marketing company with a kick-ass freaking compensation plan is what it is. There's no difference from what we do than somebody that works at Good Life, that works their butt off recruiting people to come in and they make one wage. That doesn't change. Ours does. Like, it's just, there's no, like, you can have somebody sign up under you, and if they don't purchase a thing, you don't earn a dime off of them, right? If you did, like if there was a fee just to sign up, that's what a pyramid scheme is. We're selling product. We're selling a lifestyle and we're selling product, right? So that's all what that is. So if you're there working out, you're eating well, you're sharing it, you might as well help your friends and family do it too and earn income because you deserve it. So that's like the second way we earn income is from a team volume bonus. And then on top of that, we have like quarterly bonuses. So basically corporate's like, okay, hey, you're doing a really good job because you're now creating successful coaches on your team. So the more you help your team, corporate's like, you're kicking butt because your coaches are succeeding as well, which is what we all want, right? Nobody signs up to fail. So your coaches start succeeding, and then corporate's like, you know what? You're doing amazing. So here's a quarterly bonus. So you have to hit certain ranks, and I won't even get into that, but just know that as you build, that corporate also gives you, we have these quarterly bonuses. And like the first one starts at, I think it's 1,000 or 2,000 every 3 months. And then it goes to like 5,000 every 3 months. And then it goes to like 15 or 20,000. And then it goes like 40 or 50. Like it's crazy. That's just like insane. So then there's that. And then on top of that, this isn't like actual like income, but it's like free stuff. So like you hit certain ranks every single month, corporate sends you free stuff. You know, you earn, we have a Success Club trip every single year that you can earn a spot on, and then they give you, like we were supposed to go away last year to Dominican, and we had like so our trip was paid for, like we just had to get plane tickets to head down there, but then they also had an unlimited like expense, I forget what it's called. So we could have had like, you know, massages and all that stuff. And Beachbody was taking care of it, but COVID canceled it. But anyways, so that is how it works. So in the beginning, it's 25% off of who you help. From there, as your team grows, you earn a bonus, and then you get quarterly bonuses as you start to be successful. So that's it.
Thanks, Katie. That was amazing. Like, I loved your analogy, because so many people, you know, it's crazy how many people are like, oh, this is a pyramid scheme. Like, you're just, and it's like, no, it's not. It's pyramid schemes are illegal for one.
Yes,
and
that's what I always
two,
say.
Yeah, it's no different also than like going to work for somebody else. There's somebody at the top, but the difference is he's making, like, he's got the highest pay, right? Or she has the highest pay. Whereas if like in our business, in our compensation, it cycles between us, and it's not like all the money is going up to one person. But anyways, so we're just going to talk about a few hesitations that people have had before signing up. So we have a couple of coaches that are going to share their hesitations with us, and then I can give you a brief little intro of how to get started, and then you can, of course, carry on the conversation with the coach that invited you here. And then we will close with some, you know, good old speak to the heart stuff. So who do we have for hesitations? We have Rihanna to start.
Hi again.
Hi,
So
Rihanna.
yeah, another one. So I'm not being good at sales is definitely a hesitation that I had, especially approaching people online, and not coming across salesy was really definitely a concern. But then you go through the training and you learn pretty quickly that it's not about sales at all, which is great. It's totally about connecting with people, meeting them where they're at, finding out, you know, what their struggles are, and figuring out how we can help them, what program would be good for them, you know, what supplements, where we can help nutritionally. So yeah, it's really just about connecting with people and helping them on their journey, and that is not salesy at all. So yeah, that's the cool thing about this business. It is a bit of a learning curve, figuring out how to connect with people, and I'm definitely still in that zone. But when I do it right, it's really freaking awesome and fun. So yeah.
Thanks, Rihanna.
You're welcome.
And the thing about not knowing, like, you know, it's just, we just learn as we go, right? Like, if you don't know, we're not all like business, we don't all have business degrees. We don't show up here with like, you know, the book on how to be a coach. We learn as we go, which is awesome when you're willing and able to do that. Bianca, do you have any hesitations to share with us? You're muted.
Okay, how's that?
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, hi. Hi, I'm Bianca. I'm just a new coach for a couple of months. And my biggest hesitation was that I have no time. So, however, in just learning, like going through all the training, there is something called like the success tracker. And it has really helped me to break down the important things I'm supposed to do to build my business in a very time effective manner. So I'm learning to manage my time better. But even still, like power hours is still something that I really enjoy to do with the other coaches. And I find those hours go by super quickly. Um, uh, yeah, so that was my biggest hesitation. It's just really the time, but I might have a time management problem anyway. So
Thanks, Bianca.
that's
That is
helping me.
like so
Yeah.
many of us. So you're in the right place. Denise? Denise, you're muted. Okay, there we go.
So my biggest hesitation was that I was shy. I was off work because I somehow created this debilitating social anxiety to the point where I couldn't even leave my house some days. Like it was bad. Um, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm going to join this coaching community and have to talk to people. It was the hardest thing I have probably ever done in my life. But I'm glad I did it because now I can do it majority of the time without feeling like I'm going to vomit. And then it was like the coaching community kind of was also really intimidating because like all of these women I idolized slightly and I had to go meet them. I remember the first time I met them, I was so anxiety ridden. It was like when I was a brand new coach. I actually got drunk in the driveway before I went into the party where everybody else was drinking, just so I could walk through the front door. Now I'll walk in and I'm just like, hey, like, I don't even care. Yeah, it's just,
And you're not even drunk.
yeah, no, I'm not even drunk. Like I'm just sober. It's just, like I was too shy. I didn't even talk on Snapchat, guys. That's disappears in 24 hours. Like I would not speak on it at all, or even show my face. It was like a picture of my foot. And now here I am sharing my life all day, every day on social media. You don't have to do it like that. You ease into it at your pace and with your coach's
And you're
guidance.
so good at it. I love watching you. Awesome. Yeah, thanks guys for sharing your hesitations around. Like there's so many different hesitations that come up for us depending on where we're at in our lives and stuff like that. And so if you have any hesitation, don't like fear talking to the coach that invited you here about it, because chances are they've either felt it or they know somebody else who has felt it and have worked through it. So thanks guys, you guys are amazing. Just want to talk to you a bit about how to get started. So from here, like where do we go from here, right? So if you are ready to sign up as a coach, like ready out of the gate, like sign me up. Or if you just want the discount, or you just want to get started on your own health and fitness, like there's a variety of reasons why you want to get started. You don't obviously have to jump right into coaching, but it is something that, as everybody has shared with you, is life-changing and, you know, income producing and all of the great things that have come out of it. So I would just talk to your coach about the best recommendation they could make for you for what you're looking for. The best value thing that we have to offer is everything in a package right now. There's a promo on for No Excuse November, and you can get our package with like everything you need in it. It's 65% off or something ridiculously crazy, and it's, you know, you get all the workouts for 12 months, the first 30 days of your supplements, the accountability and coaching of your coaches, like the group and coaching from your coach is free. There's a new program, early access to a new program. It's a running program where you're learning to run a 5K in 30 days, or there's Muscle Burns Fat, which just came out recently as well, which is an amazing program. And you can get like the equipment that comes with those two programs, and early access, which is huge. Like just the amount of things that are in I call it the starter pack, because it completely, 2 nutrition programs that are usually $145 on their own are included in this pack. So like just so much stuff that is included, and it's like for cheap people like me, it's freaking amazing. And I get so excited about it when, you know, I can say that all this stuff is under $200. It's like 199 bucks or something. Like, it's crazy. So anyway, talk to your coach about that. Your coach will have, you know, you guys will have the relationship to discuss what the best thing is for you and for your life. And if you do want to coach, the initial coaching fee is included and waived in the challenge pack. So awesome deal. Awesome deal. So from there, I'll just let Katie talk to you a little bit about fear, and then we'll let you go on with the rest of your day. Hit it, Katie.
I am going to give myself 5 minutes because we have taken up so much of your guys' time, and we appreciate that because we know we're all busy. And if you're from the East Coast, it's getting late. So you've heard what we do as coaches. Like, we work on ourselves, we share, and we motivate other people, and we join people to do it with us. Like, it is definitely come do this with me. It's not like a look at me. 100%. So, and then we've also shared some hesitations, like some big hesitations we get is people are too busy, because we are all really, really busy. And, you know, or I'm too shy, or I don't know enough people, or like, those are common hesitations we get all of the time. So you may have felt those, or you may not be feeling those, but I can guarantee this next hesitation, I can almost guarantee that you're probably feeling, and you're probably sitting there thinking, but I really, really want to do it, but what if I fail? Like, what if I fail? What if I suck? What if I'm no good? Like, what will other people think of me? Right? And I have a motto. I use it in the class, and I've heard it and I've learned it from coaching. And it's like, we fail forward. That's how we learn. That's how growth happens. That's where growth happens. Right? So, you know, you're sitting there thinking, what if I fail? But we really need to kind of switch that dialogue that we have in our heads. And you really need to sit and ask yourself, but what if I don't fail? What if I kill this business? What if I fall so madly in love with this whole process, and I create a whole new person, and I create more opportunity for my family than I ever saw possible, all because I actually sat and said, what if I don't fail? For some reason, we always go to the negative. We always look at, but what if it doesn't work? But what if it does? Like, what if it does? You know, and we need to, like, I always say too, like, we can't be afraid of failing. We can't. We cannot be afraid of failing, but we should be petrified of regret. Right? So you sign up, you jump in your coach's challenge group, you commit because we're working on ourselves, you get wicked results, you try the coaching, it's not really for you. Have you failed? No, you have not failed. You still spent 30 days working on yourself, and you've learned coaching isn't for you. Now you know, you can move on. Like, it's just like, to me, it's like, oh my gosh, like, this opportunity has just proven to me that we need to step out of our comfort zone. And there's so much more out there for us, but we will never know what that is if we don't allow ourselves to take the chances. And don't be afraid if it doesn't work, because if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not the end of the world. Everything about coaching for me, and I know for a lot of these girls too, it's about surrounding yourself with people that push you to do more. And I was on a training once, and she said, you need, like, it only takes one conversation, it only takes one comment to change the whole path of your life, right? That's all it has to be. That's all it can be. It can be one post, one comment, one conversation, and it can change everything for you. But you guys, you have to be in the room to hear it. You have to be there to hear it. So what we're hoping is that this was the room for you guys tonight, that you've heard something that you are going to grasp onto so tight, and you're going to allow it to take you in a direction where you can look back 5 years, 10 years from now and think, holy crap, what if I never did it? What if I never tried? Like that thought should make you feel sick, because that's how I feel. And it hasn't always been easy, but I think back, if I never started coaching, it makes me sick to think of the things that I would have missed out on. And that's what we want for you guys as well. So that is it. That is all we have. Oh my gosh, 5 minutes on the money.
Oh, that was amazing. Good work. Oh, and now you guys know why she's my coach. She's freaking amazing. I love it. Okay, I love all of you, and I'm so grateful for all of you for joining us tonight. We love to share what we do as coaches. We love to share how it's changed our lives, and we hope that you have heard something that, like Katie said, that spoke to you. And if it has, please reach out to the coach who brought you here. They brought you here because they care a lot about you, and they want you to see success in your life and you living your best life as well. So as you heard, there's tons of different things that this brings to our lives, and we're hoping that we'll get to see you on our next team call. The recording will be in the group, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Love you.